Good morning, and welcome back to the Matt Kohrs Show, where you're Matt, I'm Kohrs, and together we are the show. Folks, I'm not just jacked up because it's a beautiful, sunny Tuesday here in the concrete jungle, the Big Apple. Some people say the Windy City, the city that never sleeps. However you want to refer to it, I am simply not happy because it's so beautifully sunny and warm and just summery out. I'm also not happy because I crushed 150 flights on the stair stepper this morning like it was my job. Folks, if they ever put stair stepping in the Olympics, you better be betting on this future gold medalist right here because I do it like no other. That's not why I'm just happy. It has a part to do with it, but I am happy because officially just this morning, I got the final email, payout approved from Apex. Your boy locked in 9 different accounts, $2K each. If you do 9 times 2,000, carry the 6, divide by 4, add a couple more, the math comes out to $18,000. Folks, I'm going to have to buy myself a new belt. I'm going to have to buy myself a new belt to carry all the cash in these pockets. I don't want my pants hanging out below my butt. That's going to look awkward. So with all the cash going into this, I'm obviously going to have to figure something out there. And that is 100% my plan. 100% my plan is to go out, buy myself a secure, very secure, high quality belt to put all the new money in these pockets. I'm very excited about that. It's a good Tuesday. It is very, very much a good Tuesday, and that's not the only thing. I know that I'm making my bags today, but I know a lot of you are as well. Stock market's looking pretty good in a general sense, but individual equities are ripping right now. I know some of you are printing big money on Coin, Mara Riot, and that's because Bitcoin and Ethereum and the whole crypto sector are ripping to the high heavens right now. And then other individual plays such as, I don't know, Netflix is ripping. I know PanW, I know some of you are betting against that after its earnings. I know some of you are getting excited for NVIDIA reporting after the market closes tomorrow. I know we have Macy, I know we have Lowe's. We have some big movement opportunity. So I hope you have your banker on speed dial because I hope you are absolutely printing some tendies. So as you can tell, we have a lot to get into. We have a ton to get into. I'm going to break down what's going on globally, some interesting political news, this, that, the other thing. Then I want to talk a little bit about what to expect not only today, but for the remainder of the week. And I also want to keep everyone, I guess, up to date on why crypto is ripping so much right now. So crypto is pumping to the absolute high heavens. The old stock market and also future/options giving us some interesting opportunities, some swing plays that everyone in the Discord knows about. If you guys haven't done it already, join the Discord. But some of these swing plays are officially going to start paying out. So I'm hoping to once again, I'm hoping not only do we have an 18K day, I'm hoping to push those numbers higher, locking in some of the swing plays. And then obviously I want to talk a little bit about just what's going on with Fed speakers and other things that probably should just be on your radar for the remainder of the week. And then of course you guys also sent in a ton of things about just that you want me to react to. Haven't watched, well, maybe I've watched 1 or 2 already just by happenstance, but you guys send in react. So I'm going to check those out. And then I want to prep up a little bit for NVIDIA tomorrow. Obviously, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can call into the show. The phone number to call into the Matt Kohrs Show is 570-209-8435. Once again, that is 570-209-8435. If you want to call into the show and let me know your thoughts on life, have questions about Apex, have any marital disputes you need me to help with, I am here to do that. I am exactly here to do that with all of you. So I hope that sounds good. I hope that sounds good for everyone. If you haven't already, don't forget to both like and subscribe. I know it's probably annoying for every content creator ever to always remind you, like and subscribe, but really that's how these algorithms work. The more engagement there is, the more the stream/video/short gets promoted to everyone. So whether you're watching on Rumble, whether you're watching on YouTube, if you enjoy this type of degenerate market economy, political update show, and you like this, I would truly, truly appreciate it. I'm not going to ask for anything, but I will ask for you to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe, turn on those notifications. And with all that being said, let's rip, rock, and roar. So right here is the SPY clocking in at a new all-time high yesterday of 531.56, very quickly smacked at the previous all-time high of 531.52. So we made a new high to the tune of 4 cents. Similar situation here on the Qs. Let me get this price box of the new one. The new all-time high in the NASDAQ 100 tracked by the QQQ ETF is 455.58. Did we get that beautiful follow through I think a lot of us were betting on? No, but don't forget, we're also kind of in a strange week. Technically, the market is open this Friday, but it's going to be really boring, low liquidity, low volatility because of the holiday weekend. This weekend is Memorial Day weekend, so the market will be closed on Monday. With that being said, I just want to remind you, we're going to be taking a little bit of a hiatus on the show just because the market's not open, so we don't really have much to stream about, but I'll remind you guys all of that. So anyway, the SPY and the Qs hitting a new all-time high, pulling back a little bit in pre-market right now. Here, let me bring up this tab just so you can see a bit more. Dude, as you can see, I have a gazillion and a half tabs to get through with all of you this morning. So the SPY actually kind of coming up to its low from yesterday right now in pre-market. The Q's a little bit of a vomit as well, but Bitcoin holding very well at 71.2 thousand. Big news related to Ethereum, which is bolstering the entire crypto sector. And then obviously you're going to see related plays such as Coin, Mara, Riot going up. Obviously this has nothing to do with crypto, but Netflix also ripping yesterday, looking really good in the close. Meta not looking so good. GameStop a little bit flat. AMC a little bit flat. DJT a little bit down. Rum a little bit up. Microsoft a little bit up. Apple had a pretty good day yesterday, holding. Amazon also going a bit down. Bonds just chilling at 90. Texas Roadhouse taking a little bit of a breather off of its recent all-time high. And then PanW was kind of the victim of its earnings. So as you can see, lots of movement, lots of things to chit chat about. So with that being said, let's hop right into it. What is this? Fed Governor Waller wants several months of good inflation data before lowering rates. So it's a little bit early, but I might as well show you this. Sign up for the newsletter here. It is 100% free. It will always be free. You don't have to spend a single dollar for this. Kohrs.locals.com in the description of the video. My mods will put it in chat right now. But I break down the week, let you know what's coming up. And right here, you could see Tuesday, 9 a.m., Fed Governor Christopher Waller is speaking. And then we have a host of other ones today. 11:45. Fed Vice Chair Michael Barr will be speaking. And then at 7 p.m. tonight, Bostic, Collins, and Messer will all be speaking on a panel today. So in terms of scheduled macroeconomic events, nothing's really going down in terms of an inflation report or this, that, the other thing. What's going down today is a slew of Fed speakers, obviously with the first guy, Mr. Christopher Waller, already firing off. And obviously the market is not the biggest fan of what he has to say at this exact moment in time, because since he started speaking not that long ago, we're going a little bit down there, brother. But anyway, you can get this newsletter to your email inbox every single weekend, 100% free. And just so you know, Locals is the community center. So if you're trying to get connected to the Discord, if you want Piper signals, if you just want to be on the email listserv when anything important comes out and I email everyone, Locals is the community center of how you get connected to everything else. You could be a member or a supporter. A supporter is a premium member. You could become a premium member, aka a supporter, for free if when you sign up, use that promo code GOONIE. GOONIE will get you free access, free premium access to absolutely everything. But anyway, Waller literally speaking right now. The market, not the biggest fan of it. Stock futures are a little change after the NASDAQ composite hits an all-time high. SPY all-time high, the NASDAQ all-time high, and I believe the Dow either did, well, recently did, where everything's like kind of pushing there except for like the Russell. Everything else is actually looking pretty solid right now. Now, very quickly, just to cover some of the global news that we started kind of late last week, early this week, Iran to hold presidential elections June 28th after the president just passed away. And the whole story itself is getting really confusing now. And a lot of people are saying a lot of the details of it are incredibly suspect. So the initial reporting was just coming back from an inauguration for a dam and then the helicopter crash. And now every story, and I don't know, like, I don't want to like pump conspiracy theories. So maybe we just need to take a bit and wait for some additional news to come out. But I am reading wild things from mainstream media, on Twitter, everything in between. Seems like there is nothing normal about this like accidental helicopter crash whatsoever. Once again, that might just be the internet and people doing what they do, running with conspiracies, or maybe where there's smoke, there's fire. But anyway, just wanted to keep you tuned that they are going to be holding an election in just over a month. Speaking of accidental air travel, life loss, one dead as Singapore Airlines flight encounters severe turbulence. One person died aboard a Singapore Airlines flight, which encountered severe turbulence and diverted back to Bangkok. The flight had left London for Singapore. That is some crazy turbulence for someone to actually lose their life. So I don't know what's going on this week, but I myself have to fly Thursday. So I'm hoping all the craziness in the air calms down by then. It's not making me feel the most calm about the situation. Bringing it back a little bit home to what's happening here in the U.S. Interesting titles, interesting developments in the world of Trump, not only running for president, being the obvious Republican nominee, but also his trials. We got some weird news. A hidden variable in the presidential race, fears of Trump forever. Undecided voters are concerned that if Donald Trump returns to the White House, he'll never leave. Is this a real fear? I remember back when he was running against Biden. So he was president and he came out with all these memes of like, it was a joke. He was trolling the internet. And it was more funny to see people reacting like, oh my God, he's a dictator. He's never gonna leave. Does anyone actually believe that? Like, does anyone in their right mind actually believe that in the scenario Trump is reelected, that he'll somehow reconstruct like how American politics is run and just not leave? I mean, apparently there are undecided voters who that's like the front. And I just don't understand how that, given all the global craziness, that's the thing. They're like, oh, but what if he doesn't leave? All right, first of all, no, he's going to leave if elected after his term is up. But beyond that, I'm so confused. We have craziness going on in Israel/Palestine. We have craziness going on with Ukraine/Russia. We have craziness at the southern border. We have craziness with the economy. We have craziness with monetary policy. We have craziness with, polarization, discontent here in the U.S., like on a social thing. Obviously, we have law enforcement issues. We have drug issues. Like, out of all these hosts of issues, people are like, that's the thing that I'm concerned. I just find it weird. It feels like people are getting caught up in a thing that is very, very small probability, borderline zero. And then yet we have other things like staring us right in our face of serious things that have to be considered. And yet this is what I don't know if this is weird reporting from Bloomberg. I mean, they do have the articles and the research. Like people are scared about this, but I just don't understand. I suppose I just don't understand how people, like, that's what they're focusing on. I don't know. It confusing me a little bit. If you have any thoughts on it, let me know. Call into the show, 570-209-8435. Let me know your thoughts on that. Speaking of all this craziness with Trump, like I said, just to kind of show you that, like, this guy, his mind works in a way of, I just want to be a king internet troll. The real Donald Trump on his own website, True Social, posted this video. Trump's latest, this was on Instagram, but I think it was from also on True Social. But anyway, real Donald Trump felt the need to share this with the world. And this will just kind of back up my main argument that he's just a troll. He's the top tier internet troll. I think he was born in the wrong generation, because if he came up, like, imagine if he was a teen during the Halo 3 lobbies, the initial spurt of Call of Duty, he would have been in his prime form. Good drive. Yes, the former president of the United States and the guy who is going to represent the Republicans this time around, posted that. He posted that meme. Like I said, top tier troll. Trump allied Republicans are changing the GOP's approach to labor, free markets, and regulation. Conservative economic thinkers have now had 8 years to construct an intellectual policy framework around Trump's instinctive economic populist message. It goes on and on and on, bunch of boring words, but let me give you the real TLDR here right now. As much as the current government, left, right, and in the center, as much as the current government is telling us everything is fine, please re-elect us, whoever it is, it's not fine. In fact, I'm about to show you that quantifiably and qualitatively, inflation is very bad. It is an economic disease that is currently plaguing many of our lives, most likely all of our lives. And with that, it is kind of a well-known pattern, a well-known voting pattern, that when things are financially good and people are feeling awesome about it, most of the time, the current guard, if you will, gets reelected. But if things are bad, people are thinking, well, it's bad and it can't get much worse. And I'm not saying this is accurate or not in terms of, like, historically, it's more of a psychological thing of like, well, it's bad, so we might as well switch it up because it can't get much worse. So with that, Trump really does have an advantage. And I'm not even talking about the border. I'm not even talking about what's going on in the Middle East. I'm not talking about what's going on in the Far East. I'm talking about just right now that if you look at the cumulative nature of inflation. I get that we're going over CPI and PPI, and those numbers might seem low to everyone of like, oh, okay, we're roughly in the realm of 3%. But please understand, we're driving in the wrong direction. And as that number comes down, that means we're just driving in a less speed. Our velocity is slowing down, but we're still going in the wrong direction. Your money is still being devalued. And if you look at what's happened over the past 3 years, we're up about 20%. If you look at the whole host of everything, obviously some things are up more, some things are up a little bit less, but pretty much everything is still up. And cumulatively, it's only taken about less than 3 years, honestly, to go up 20%. If you look at the cumulative nature of it, inflation, like I alluded to, is a financial disease that is plaguing all of us. And obviously, Trump is going to be using that to his advantage. I mean, if I was on his PR team, that's what I'd say. I'd be like, oh, okay, people are upset with the economy. Just pitch that you're going to make the economy better. And this was one of Biden's really big missteps, is he obviously associated his name with the current state of the economy. Once again, whether right or wrong, remember that people just run on headlines. People don't have the time to dive into the nuanced details of everything going on in the world. They think, okay, is the economy good or bad? And most people agree that it's bad. And then they think, okay, I keep hearing about this thing called Bidenomics. So you're right there. There's a psychological association with the current state, the current negative state of the economy with Biden. And I mean, if Trump's team, like, obviously they realize that, they're going to roll into it. Speaking of the economy, very, very quickly, I just wanted to share with you, I kind of already, I don't know, I guess I'm burying the lead on this one. We talked about how there's no major macroeconomic events today, but there are a host of Fed speakers. So nothing scheduled for today, Tuesday, but tomorrow, Wednesday, we get the FOMC meeting minutes. Thursday, normal Thursday. Friday, durable goods orders. I think that one's going to be really boring because most people are going to celebrate the start of summer and are going to get their own barbecues fired up. And remember, the market is closed Monday of next week. But anyway, coming back to the current state of things, since we're talking about the economy and finances and all that, this is just a little tidbit, but I think it's representative really what's going on not only globally, but specifically here in the U.S. New York City rents are so high that only 5% are affordable for the average salary. Essential workers hit hardest by New York City's housing affordability crisis. So yes, I get it. New York City is well known to be one of the most expensive places in the world. Do I live in the New York City area? Yeah, I do. And I'm telling you guys, it sucks. When you get your new lease, the number that they pitch you for the next cycle, the next year or 2 years of rent, it almost seems like a typo. There's too many numbers in what they think the monthly fee should be. It's not off by like, oh, they're raising it by like $100-$200. It is comical. It is jaw-dropping. Folks, I am living this day in and day out in New York City. It is truly unaffordable. And it's not just the housing. It is everything across the board. Insurance, food, obviously your housing, cars, anything in between. It is absurdly expensive. absurdly expensive. And sometimes you think, okay, like I know I'm in a big city. I know I'm in a well-known, expensive big city. Is that really the part, or is it across the board? And I did a little bit of research for all of you, and I want to present something to you because, I mean, show of hands, raise your hand here. Folks, I think we're all feeling a little bit of that financial pinch. We're all very much feeling that financial pinch. And I just want to let you know you're not crazy. You are absolutely not crazy if you're feeling the financial pinch, because every actual metric, when you take a little bit of time to dive a bit more into it, yes, that's exactly what's going on. So we have a little bit of a change of tune, a little bit of breaking news from the Wall Street Journal. Have not seen this before. Right here, change in household net worth since the start of presidency. So here's Trump in red and Biden in blue. And when you see it, okay, this is just the net worth. So, okay, both are roughly on par. But that's not the full story. This is kind of when you push your glasses back and you say, okay, nerdy math man, what does that actually mean? So yes, the household net worth is roughly the same given this many months into the presidency between Trump and Biden. But when you adjust that for inflation, it's on the bottom here. Very, very different. Adjusted for inflation, people are basically net zero with Biden. And then inflation adjusted at this rough time, I mean, it depends, above 10. We'll call it 12, something in here, maybe 15, but somewhere in this region. So to see the comparison between the two, this is another quantitative measure that no, things are actually a little bit rough right now. Another example, buying a home in 1985 versus 2020. So baby boomers, and remember, since we're in a forever expanding credit system, your dollars are always going to be devalued. So it's a very poor comparison to be like, I bought this house for 10 grand. What's it going for now? And you just think the numbers are, because the dollar's always being devalued. The target is about 2% a year. So what is a fair comparison is ratios. You shouldn't just compare it, like, hey, my grandparents bought this house back in the 70s for 6 raspberries. Like, how many raspberries is it now? No, that's not the fair way to do it. The fair way to do it is how many raspberries did that house cost your grandparents relative to the average income? And that is the really, really bad part right now. So for baby boomers, the median household income was just over $23,000. And a house cost 83. Okay, decent ratio, a little less than 4x. If you look at millennials, 75. So yeah, you could be like, well, hang on, that's actually a pretty good growth, roughly 3 to 4x. But look at the percentage increase. The ratio is completely wonky. So back in the 80s, the number that people were really spending on their housing, whether it was rent or mortgage, was about 18 to 20% of their income. That's like the rough numbers. Now we're pushing about 40, we're pushing about 50. The ratio is getting way, way worse. So yes, not only is the nominal value going up, but when you actually look at, and that's going to be because of inflation, the natural rise in prices of everything, but it's going to get way worse, way worse when you look at those ratios, and people are feeling it. Breaking, nearly 9% of the $1.1 trillion in credit card debt transitioned to delinquency status in the first quarter of 2024. That's $100 billion of credit card debt that is now considered to be delinquent. It's ripping. Look at this blue line right here. Blue line is credit card. So all of a sudden you see credit card and auto loan delinquencies ripping higher. That's not so good. Share of credit card balances transitioning into delinquency. U.S. credit card delinquency rates jumped to 8.9% in the first quarter of 2024. This is the highest level we've seen since 2011. To put this in perspective, that delinquency rate in 2021 was just 4%. So that means in just 3 years, the delinquency rate has doubled. People have been attempting to battle inflation by putting it on their credit card, basically amassing debt. And this is something that can't last forever. It is by definition unsustainable. And we're starting to see a couple cracks in this dam. And obviously, fingers crossed, we don't want it to crack and break and flood the entire city. But some of these starting metrics, it's not good. Not good whatsoever. And just because I talked about it, here's also the information on auto loans. Auto loan serious delinquency rates surged to 2.8% in the first quarter. That's the highest level since 2010. Folks, we are breaking decade-long records, the kind that you don't want to be breaking. Right now, we are on shaky foundation. We are on unstable footing right now, and we're seeing delinquencies across the board go up, and debt is rising. And it's not just obviously individual, it's also the government ripping at $35 trillion to the point that they're going to spend more money servicing debt than they are even like on, I guess, our monthly or weekly or however they I guess, split it up. But our military spending, and that's just to service our debt. That's just to pay off the interest on the debt. No, actually, not actually taking care of the debt. Truly crazy. But bringing this back to the actual individual, the underlying situation is not a good one. So I know qualitatively, anecdotally, we all have stories, we all have experiences, and debt is a very serious thing. But then when you drive into the actual numbers, especially the ones that we just got out of Q1 for 2024, and this is all coming from the New York Fed, things are bad. Debt is very, very serious. And on that particular note, I just wanted to take a moment to shout out to PDS Debt partnering with today's show. It was perfect timing because, like I said, I just showed you all the metrics of how debt is very serious. So I know there's probably some of you right now that are currently battling with debt. So this is where PDS Debt comes in. Pinned to the top of chat in the description of the video. This is only going to take 30 seconds of your life if you're battling debt to see if they can actually assist you. So they have customized options. If you are currently just like under the pressure of personal loans, credit cards, medical bills, or even collections, 30 seconds of your life to see if they can help you. What they try to do is consolidate it into one low monthly payment. Now, for those of you who maybe just haven't heard of PDS Debt before, I just want you to know that they have an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, and they're also highly rated on Google as well. So feel free to check it out, do your due diligence on it. But if you kind of have that proverbial monkey on your back of the debt, and we know many people do right now, this will only take a little bit. It is a free quote. It's a very quick quote. So if you are once again battling personal loans, credit cards, medical bills, collections, I just showed you the metrics that many people are. This might be a service that can help you. So check it out, pinned to the top of chat in the description of the video. And just officially, very quickly, PDS Debt cares about helping you get out of debt. Check out all their reviews and see how many mentions PDS Debt employees by name. It's incredible. Get a free debt analysis right now at pdsdebt.com/Kohrs, Kohrs. Once again, that is pdsdebt.com/Kohrs. It only takes 30 seconds. Pinned to the top of chat in the description of the video. Shout out to PDS Debt, not only partnering with us and the show, but truly is trying to help people who are battling a very serious disease we call debt. So shout out to PDS Debt. Anyone who could use assistance, it is free. 30 seconds of your day. Now, very quickly moving on before that bell goes dingity ding ding ding, we are still in the middle of earnings season. Lowe's beats on earnings and revenue even as consumer spend less on DIY projects. Macy's beats earnings estimates as turnaround plan shows early progress. So those came out early this morning. And right here, Macy's, Lowe's, I don't know AutoZone, so we're going to dive into that in a second. And then last night, we also had Palo Alto Network. So just to talk about those really quick, PANW, this is Palo Alto, currently down here. Let me just make the time frame a little bit bigger. You can see PANW getting a little bit hit, currently down 7% in pre-market trading because of its earnings. Little bit odd. They had really good EPS, sales, and revenue. They beat across the board. Obviously, the future guidance had a little bit to be desired, hence why it is down 7%. I found this one particularly odd just because Pelosi's been loaded up on this one. And we know, if there's one thing we know about Pelosi, it's that she doesn't miss. So what's going on here that Pelosi's been buying, but the stock actually took a hit. So I find that one a little bit odd. Just wanted to share it with you. The other one that reported this morning was Macy's, currently up 3%. And then what is Lowe's ticker? Lowe's company. Nope. Lowe's? Stocks. Lowe's right here. LOW is Lowe's. I rarely look at this one. Currently up 2.2%. So that PANW, Palo Alto Network, was last night. We had Macy's and Lowe's this morning, both green. After the market closes today, maybe you care about Urban Outfitters, but I don't think there's anything too special going on. The real party is tomorrow. Early in the morning, we're going to hear from Target and TJ Maxx. After the market closes, yes, we're hearing from Snowflake, but all eyes are on NVIDIA. NVDA, the semiconductor company king to lead them all. This is going to be a big one. Right now, the market ripped to a new high, and now we're just kind of coasting. We're just chilling there. We're just hanging out. The decision, the market enthusiasm to break out and run or to get smacked and get rejected and fall is most likely going to be associated with NVIDIA's perceived success or perceived failure. They report after the market closes tomorrow. So in an effort for us to all get prepared, I'm doing a specialty stream tomorrow at Power Hour. What we're going to do is, because you guys enjoyed it so much, we're going to be bringing on some of those experts from Spot Gamma to do a full options breakdown of what's happening in the options market to see if we can get some sort of indication of what's going to happen after the market closes. So a specialty show tomorrow. Yes, we're going to have the normal show, 9 a.m., bright and early, and then a specialty show at 3 p.m., where not only do we prep everyone up of the numbers to look for in NVIDIA, but Spot Gamma will be joining the show once again to give us a full breakdown of every single thing that they're seeing in the options market, not only related to NVIDIA, but the semiconductor space as a whole, and also the whole tech sector as a whole. So mark your calendars, get ready. Power Hour specialty stream tomorrow. But on top of that, we're also doing the normal stream. Since we're talking about semiconductors, ASML and TSMC can disable chip machines if China invades Taiwan. So ASML, they make all the important machinery to make the semiconductors. Then TSMC is actually the fabricator. So to understand how this all fits together, basically you have something like NVIDIA, AMD, Intel, that's the designer. ASML makes the machinery, and then TSMC actually does the true manufacturing of it, just to get you a little bit of a better mental framework of how this all fits together. So if there is an invasion, remember Taiwan, right off of China there. Pelosi likes to visit it. She likes to crush it on semiconductor trades. There's a big chip battle. It's almost like a weird Cold War-esque chip battle we have going on right now. So they're officially coming out saying that they could do that. Wanted to put it on your radar just in case anyone's more, attentively paying attention to the semiconductor wars. I alluded to this before, but sign up for the newsletter, mattkohrs.locals.com. Right now, Waller is actively speaking. A little bit later today, 11:45, the Fed Vice Chair Michael Barr will be speaking. And then later tonight, after the market closes, 3 hours after the market close, Bostic, Collins, and Messer will be speaking on a panel together. So the market's about to open in 2 minutes, but I do want to let everyone know that crypto's up for a good reason. And the way we have a spot Bitcoin ETF, it seems like the wheels are in motion to get a spot Ethereum ETF. And that's exactly why crypto is so excited right now. And that's exactly why when people realized what was happening around 3:20 yesterday, ETH ripped like no other. So ETH exploded from 3,100 all the way up to 3,800. And in not even a day, it is up 20%. Now, obviously, with the renewed enthusiasm in the world of crypto, clear positive news for Ethereum. It wasn't just ETH that ripped. Obviously, Solana catching it. Like all these other ones are a bit of a sympathy play. ETH was a big one, but Solana even went up. And then obviously Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin going from roughly at that time, I mean, in the realm of like the upper 60s to now going to the lower 70s. So obviously with that, we're seeing some enthusiasm in players such as Coin. We're seeing enthusiasm in players such as Mora. We're seeing enthusiasm in players such as Riot. Obviously, the crypto sphere is very hot right now on this very legitimate news that we're getting one step closer to an Ethereum spot ETF. So I'm going to cover that in more depth, what it means, what it doesn't mean. So we're going to be covering that after the market opens and all that good jazz. But in the meantime, let's see what's happening here. Let's get ready. All right, we'll put up Bitcoin, PanW. A little bit later, we can cover AMC and GME. They're just not doing anything. GME is down 4%. AMC is down 2.6%. FFIE is down 17%. I mean, all of these, my prediction is that they're going to get crushed, and they've been getting crushed. So I feel like I was pretty spot on with that one. So before the market opens, obviously there's a lot happening. Let me throw up Coin because I think a lot of you will be watching that. So Coin trading at 232. I myself do have Coin calls right here. This was posted to the Discord. So as of yesterday, I was up 2.9K. So I was up 69% yesterday. So I'm very curious what this is going to open up to. But I got in at $8 and they are obviously currently trading at 13. So I would love to see this open up at 18. I would love to see what goes on there. But anyway, the market just opened. Dingity ding ding ding. The casino is open. Best of luck to all. Play responsibly. If not, have fun. All right, how did this open? Let's see what this opened to. Let's see what this opened to. It's not even loading yet. All right, I just got to give it a second. Looks like it's trading somewhere between 15 and 19. I have 5. So let's see if we could dump 2 at 20. Let's see if I could dump 2 at 20. All right, we're throwing that order in. No, come on. Now we're up 108%. We're up 4.4K. All right, so I'm going to see if I could dump 2 of those at 20. I have 5. Just trying to be a little bit realistic here, seeing if I could catch some weird volatility spurt. I probably should have had the order in yesterday before the market actually closed. That probably would have been the actual strategic way to handle it. But hey, let's see. Obviously, fortune favors the bold. Fortune very much favors the bold. Coin is up. Tesla, I'm also long on Tesla right now. I have a couple swing positions. I'm currently swing trading Hood, Palo Alto Networks, Netflix, Tesla, and Coin. I currently have 5 different swing plays. So let's see if this goes or goes or goes or goes. Where are we at? So I'm in at 8.16, so 1650. I'll try to sell 2 at 1650. Let's see if we could get that in there. Submit order, because that would be a full double up. I'm in at 8.16, so 1650. If I could dump 2, I'll be definitely happy with that. But for any of this to happen, I would need coin to catch a little bit of a bid. The SPY is currently flirting with the low of yesterday, and the Qs are where? The Qs are kind of in between their low from yesterday and also the close from yesterday. Obviously, just to keep everyone apprised of the situation, yep, I am actively trading, but I'm just kind of waiting for the market to open up a little bit. I'm going to give you guys the full spiel on what's going on with Apex right now, but as you can see, many of my accounts have a much lower value, and that's because I was successfully able to request from 9 accounts yesterday, 2K each, locking in $18,000. So 9 of the accounts, so just under half, I have 20 accounts, so 9 of the 20, I requested 2K each. They were approved. I'll show you that, but we're going to wait till the market just gets a little bit more quiet because I know a lot of us are interested in this opening session. So maybe we'll do that like kind of breakdown and everything a little bit later. Very quickly, the 5-minute, the 10-minute, and the 30-minute on the S&P 500 are not looking so bueno. Red, red, red. If you look at the 5-minute, the 10-minute, and the 30-minute on the NASDAQ, also not looking so bueno. If you look at the daily chart, inside day, not much of a trend. And then if you look at ES, a little bit of a breakdown. It does look like the overnight session in the futures market did pierce the low from yesterday. So coming out of the gate, little bit of apprehension. Tesla's going, which I do also have a Tesla position. So I would love for Tesla to get above and push above 180. Ooh, coin. Do I think coin's going to get really going today? All right, I need to make some decisions. Do I think so? Coin officially had this beautiful breakout yesterday. It does have a little downside gap fill that I'm trying to be mindful of at 226.26, but would also love a breakout of 235. So these are some key levels. I love the trend line breakout on coin, downside gap fill, upside breakout. That's what I'm watching on coin. Netflix had a beautiful day yesterday. I have an alert set for is it a new all-time high or just a local? Okay, we're getting there. 248, 250. We can go all the way up to 280. Like I said, I'm swing trading Netflix right now. Meta, I have no position. I'm watching it. GameStop, I have no position watching it. AMC, no position watching it. DJT, no position watching it. Rum, I'm loving Rum right now. Rum, nice climb higher. Higher highs, higher lows. Rum trading at 740. I do have a position on Rum. Microsoft looking strong. I got out of that play too early. Apple looking strong. Amazon taking a breather back down to potentially this 48 EMA. Oil having an issue at $80 a barrel. Gold hitting a new all-time high yesterday. Solana at 180 on the verge of a breakout. This is your potential breakout alert on Solana. Came right up to the trend line. Watch this. Could be a tradable opportunity. Ethereum very evidently breaking out yesterday on the news. Bonds coming up and flirting with this downside trend line. Might have an official trend reversal. Texas Roadhouse flirting. Oh, Netflix? Netflix? Where we at, babe? Where are we at on that old Netflix? Here's my swing trade on Netflix. Currently up 2.8K on that. This was another thing. This is why you guys should get into the Discord, because the Netflix and the Coinbase were called out yesterday in the Discord. I'm showing you in real time. Up 2.8K on that one. And then what was the other one? Coin up 2.9K on that one. These were both called out in the Discord yesterday. My mods will drop it. You can join the Discord for free. My mods will put this in chat for all of you to use if you want to be in there with not only my call outs, other traders call outs, private lectures, systematic trading, options trading, swing trading. If you are very interested in the market and you want to go to the next level, it is the perfect community for you, and there's no risk. You could join for the first month for free. Just use that code Goonie. Make sure that promo code is applied, and just to show you that it's worth it, plus 2.9K. Just to show you that it's worth it, plus almost another 2.9. A great start to the day. No position on GME and AMC. No. Why would I want a position on those? That would be almost dumb to have a position. Look, if I had a position, I would want to be short. If I had a position, I would want to be short. The shorts are the ones who made the money. You made money if you were a bull this way. That was the time to be bullish, and then you probably should have switched your tune because now it's getting absolutely demolished. Same thing with AMC. These were all active trades, bullish, and then you wanted to switch to bearish. Like, if you held bullish through this entire thing, you just didn't follow a good trading plan at all. Also, same thing with FFIE. Once again, time to be bullish, and then there is clearly a time to be bearish. It's breaking down. If FFIE snaps $1.20, look out below. This thing will probably fall another 50% from there. But once again, I have no position. I don't really care about them. Like, I'm covering them because there's a lot of interest in it. But no, I have literally no position on AMC, GME, FFIE. I'll let you guys know if I do create one, but I should have went short. I literally have no position, but very much wish I went short. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. The other swing position that I currently have live is Tesla. How's that one doing? So today doing good, but overall still down about 900. So I was able to get back about half my loss. I need Tesla. My issue with Tesla is I kind of front ran the entry, and I needed to very quickly get above 180. So the way I look at the market, I think Tesla, this is why I was silly to front run it. I got all excited on this pump up on Friday of last week, and I thought it was going to break above and hold above 180. It didn't. So really, I should have been a bit more patient. I'm looking for the breakup and the rip, and then I'm looking for it to go all the way up to 188. We'll see. What's my take on Unity? Looks like shit. It's getting pummeled. Is this an all-time low? Yeah, it looks absolutely horrible. Yeah, it's a breakout to the downside. This is a fresh all-time low. It looks like absolute garbage. I would not short it right now because I don't want to chase the breakdown, but I also wouldn't want to go long because I wouldn't want to catch a falling knife. So if I had no position, I wouldn't be touching it. The only thing I would maybe do is sell call premium. But if I had a position, I would hope that I had a bearish position and I would ride the trend to the downside. But to create one now, like I said, the only thing I could come up with right now is maybe selling $25 or $26 call premium and just hope that it doesn't bounce back. So we'll see. Anyway, the SPY popping up to the high from 2 days ago, which was almost the all-time high. Oh, almost the all-time high. You don't say. Is that the right? No, wait, what was this marking from? No, it was the high from two. Oh, I forgot. It took a weird day in between. Okay. Never mind. Scratch that. I confused myself. Scratch that. I confused myself. So I'm looking for coin to keep going. I'm looking for Tesla to keep going. I do have some pending sell orders on coin just to start taking some risk off the table. I mean, I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth when I'm up basically 100%. I'm going to take that money, especially when you see, for those of you reading the newsletter, you know that I made a really stupid fat finger mistake yesterday. So I'm more than happy to take some of my profits to very, very quickly forget about my absolute stupidity. So I'm looking to take advantage of it when I can. The SPY going to the high from 2 days ago, that's the dashed green line, and the Qs are currently in no man's land. We're actually above the high from 2 days ago. There's the upside gap fill at 454.92. That's actually a very tradable thing. Coin starting to pick up. Let's see my pending orders. I'm trying to get out of coin at 1650, and it looks like the current ask is 15, so I have a bit more to go. And then I have a reach order on coin all the way up at 20. So in case there's a big pop, my pending orders should start to get filled there. Very quickly, while we're waiting for the market to officially open, shout out to Meta PCs. I know you're not buying a new computer or anything related to computers on a daily basis, but the next time you need a new computer, laptop, monitor, keyboard, mouse, keep Meta PCs in your mind. It is a US American company. Their help service is absolutely phenomenal. The team, absolutely phenomenal. It is what I actually have multiple of their computers at this point. So whenever, and the people in Discord know this, whenever I'm doing like the hardcore data mining and statistical research on the market, I'm using a Meta PC. I'm very, very happy with it. They have some good, better, and best options. So if you want a full-fledged new computer, I highly recommend checking it out. If you use the code Goonie, you will get a discount. Like I said, a great help service team. They're based in America. They do have financing options. So just all I'm saying is the next time you need anything related to a computer, keep Meta PCs in mind. Pinned to the top of chat in the description of the video. We are the first trading community that they partnered with. They like us all that much. So show them a little bit of love the next time you're in the market. Like I said, laptop, computer, monitor, keyboard, mouse, any computer related paraphernalia, keep Meta PCs in mind. It is a phenomenal team, phenomenal company. Very, very happy with everything they have to offer. All right, we are picking up, team. Has any of this fired? Has any of am I about to get a fill soon here? Very close. 1615. My order sitting at 1650. Let's go. I just need coin to keep. If coin pushes back to the intraday high, I should be good. And Tesla's picking up as well. The Qs are picking up. Why have none of these bots actually fired yet? What time is it? It is 9:42. I believe I put either a 10 or 15 minute delay on my semi-auto algorithms. It must have been 15 minutes today. I kind of mess around with it. Sometimes I do 5 minutes. Sometimes I do 10 minutes. Sometimes I do 20, 30, whatever. I'm trying to think of what I coded it up last night, or I updated it last night. The code's already been done. I probably just said, hey, don't run until we have, I don't know, X amount of trading. Come on, coin. Keep going. Keep going, coin. All right. Let's do a breakout there on coin. And let's do an actual breakout on coin. There we go. Bueno. We have this. Oh, the other one I don't want to forget about is Netflix, because I am, SPY chugging back along. Here's a look at a slightly larger time frame here. Let's check out the SPX. Quickly going for this upside gap fill. This is one of the most playable things you could do in the market. It's not like a real gap because I'm just looking at the 15-minute chart. So when you dive into the minute charts, you're going to see different gaps than you do on the daily. But playing to the previous day's close, I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of insight to the market here. That is a strong play. Obviously, there's certain times you do and don't want to play it. But if you just at market open, you're like, nope, I bet we hit 5,308.12 at some point today. Statistically, that is a very, very, very strong play. Wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if we hit it. In fact, statistically, it is the likely thing to happen. Now, how you want to play it, that's kind of up to you. Obviously, you should build out a more refined system around it, but it's pretty good. The SPY almost back to break even, only down 0.07%. The Q's a little bit farther away, down 0.3%. Bitcoin chilling at 71.1. Nvidia taking a bit of a hit, down $10, 1%, trading at 937. Tesla on the cusp of a breakout is trading at 178. The way I look at markets, I think the breakout level comes at 180. Coin is having an issue at 230. It's currently trading at 228 and some change. Did pop up to 230, got quickly rejected, so I would love to see the follow through there. I think it's going to be a patience play. I think there's too much excitement and fervor in the world of crypto right now for it to not happen. So I want to see how that one plays out. The SPY and the Q is getting a little bit smacked. Were there any Whoa. What's going on with the Qs right now? In real time, the Qs are taking a bit of a hit. A bit of a hit there. Back at it again, Daniel. Just so you guys know, this is Spot Gamma. This is the company that I'll be doing. They're going to be giving us like a bit of a breakdown tomorrow on getting, right here, big flow alert popped up, getting smacked. This is for the SPY. If you look at it on the Qs have been dipping ever since 937. Yeah, the price went sideways, but options have been dipping. Hedge wall all the way up at 454. Remember, 5-minute red, 10-minute red, 30-minute red. On the NASDAQ, 5-minute red, 10-minute red, 30-minute going red. We might be seeing a little bit of a short-term trend reversal. I'd be a bit more confident of that prediction if we actually break today's low. If we break today's low. Oh, where am I at?
Order submitted.
Whoa, order submitted? Brother, what are you talking about?
Target filled.
Hello?
Target filled.
I didn't even switch it over yet.
Target filled.
What's going on? Something's happening. Mom, hold me.
Target filled.
All right. I don't know, but we're making money. We're making money. Keep going. Keep doing that thing. Keep doing that thing. Keep doing. Nope. The other thing. I liked it better when it said it was making money. We got some live positions there, Tonto. We got some live positions. Those green positions did not all get locked in. Is it going to keep going? I don't even know what account this is. Let's keep going. All right. Some are green, some are red. I guess I got a little bit too aggressive with some of those fills. Why did it? Very, very quickly turning a little bit dismal. Is it going to vomit again here? Or did I literally just go short at the bottom of the day, as I normally do? All right, come on. Let's at least go back green. This is the futures market. This is Apex. This is the NQ contract, which is the futures contract for the NASDAQ 100. The way you have stocks, the way you have options, the way you have crypto, the way you have Forex. The futures market is a whole nother market, and that's what you're seeing right here. This is the futures contract for the NASDAQ 100. So the way you have the S&P 500 index, which is the ticker is SPX, well, you have an ETF for it, SPY, but you also have a futures contract for it, which is ES. So the way we have all that for the S&P 500, we also have it for the NASDAQ, and that's exactly what I am in right now. I just went back to break even. Here we go. Come on. Let's lock more in. More green. Let's go. Come on. Send it. Am I going to get caught up in a double bottom scenario? We've all been there. Let's be honest. We've all gotten caught beneath a double bottom. That's for sure. If I had $1 for every time I was caught in a double bottom scenario, man, I wouldn't have to trade. That's for sure. Well, maybe this is a good time for a bit of a coffee break. Maybe this is a good time for a wee bit of a coffee break. What do we have going on? I actually like the trade. I get that it looks like it's a double bottom right now, but I'm still happy with it. I'm still confident in it. The only thing I would have to double check, the only thing that might mess me up is if options bounce. They are bouncing a little bit. Well, no, okay. I think patience is of essence. I'm still seeing this dip. I get prices bound. Oh, hang on. Price just went up a bit more in options, or maybe I need to wait another 10 seconds. This updates every 10 seconds. I want to know what's happening in the world of options. Calls are flat. So we bounced. Price took a hit. And now we see calls are flat and puts are flat. So now we're at just like an awkward decision point. In all reality, it's just who's going to be lucky today, who's not going to be lucky today. We are at a very awkward decision point because are we bouncing back or are we not? Time will tell. Time will tell. What I would love to happen, if I could control the entire market today, what I would love to happen is for that quick drop. I just want to see a quick fake out breakdown of today's low and then a strong bounce off of it. I would love for a big push, but I want to flush out some of these weak bulls. So I would love it, absolutely love it, if both the SPY and the Qs could have a fake out breakdown below the intraday low. In my book, that's where that would be the primo situation. The primo situation. Where are we at over here? I don't understand how so many of these are currently live. Looking very quickly, calls are starting to pick up, not necessarily 0DT, more of the all expiration deltas picking up. Remember, the white line is the price line for the S&P 500 just because I'm on it. But anyway, the white line is the price line. The top two colored lines are the 0DT expiration delta and then all expiration put together. So that's why there's two different ones. The green line are the calls for today. The orange line is all calls. So today's and everything else going on. And then on the flip side of the coin, you have the puts on the bottom, the dark blue and the light blue. The light blue is the 0DTE puts, while the dark blue is all puts put together. So it just kind of gives you an idea of, are people degenerately betting for the day? Are they betting longer term? And then obviously overlaid on the price, it gives you an idea of, are things in sync? Are they diverging? What's happening? What's not happening? That type of a deal. The SPY, potential shoulder, head, shoulder. Coin just got rocked out of note. It just got rocked by $4. Did any of this ever get filled? No, it didn't. All right. Well, that's a bit of a bummer. What's going on with coin? Do I just need patience, or should I take my money while the taking's good? I mean, we're barely at the high from yesterday, so it's like not that disaster. Like intraday, this could look brutal, but at one point yesterday we were at 204, it's trading at 224, so it's still $20 higher. Like we got to put some of that into perspective.
Order submitted.
I don't understand what's happening right now. Oh. How am I simultaneously long and short and losing on all of them? Someone needs to riddle me that. 289. Let me double check what's happening. 248, 249. Man, wait, I like these strategies. How are they not doing what they need to do? 242. Man, awkwardly busted up today. Very awkwardly busted up thus far. I don't know which ones to cut. I don't know which ones to cut loose there, team. I don't know which ones to cut loose. Decisions need to be made. What is the options market telling me? Options market is not looking that good. I'm actually afraid to go long right now. Like, I get that the market's looking good, but options do not agree. I cannot be more like in your face about this, that right now with this upward price movement, options are not bullish. They are not following suit. In fact, they're dumping calls. They just dumped 0DTE calls. Now, of course, on a moment's notice, it could pick back up.
Target filled.
What is this? Target filled. All right. We have a mixed bag. We're getting mixed results thus far today. Can I change the properties on this? Can I make this bigger? Nope. Is there not a font setting to this one? Close. I want to try to make it bigger.
Order submitted.
I need a font setting.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
All right, I'm closing out some of these that I think are just losers. Looks like I am long on 188. All right, we'll have that up. What is going on? What's happening here? So the Qs did pop. They're fighting. Did we hit the close from yesterday? Not quite on SPX. Here's a look at the SPY. We didn't quite hit that closing value from yesterday, which would be just above 530. If you look on the Qs, a little bit more. Actually, the Qs would have to push up to 455, basically. This has some room in it for sure. Options are not recovering. People are actually buying some puts right now on the SPY. What about on the Qs? The Qs, people are buying 0 DTE calls. Will it hold forever? Only God knows. Only God knows. Let's see. Oh, which way is this going to break? We're kind of in a really awkward no man's land right now. We just popped up. Might be a fake out breakout. I have some long positions. Painful day thus far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 winners. 1, 2, 3, 4 losers. Well, actually, 2 of these are live. So only 3 locked in as winners, 4 locked in as losers, which I'm definitely going to have to try to trade back and see if I could save those. Definitely going to have to try to trade those bad Mama Jammas back. Take some calls. I'm good. Why would I? I mean, buying calls at the intraday high is generally a stupid thing to do. If you have a system that does that and it works for you, I'm jealous and congrats. And hey, if you have something that is generically profitable, like I said, congrats to you. Jesus, what is going on? Is this just going to be like yesterday where it's just like a lot of chop and BS? A lot of chop, a lot of baloney. But in a general sense, buying calls on a breakout, generally not a smart thing to do. Like I said, if you have certain information and back tests that suggest, no, actually, I like to do it at like moment XYZ, and you can prove it to yourself quantifiably, not just like, oh, I saw it work one time. A lot of people end up making their trades, unfortunately, based off of like kind of like random hope. What are my thoughts on TJX? I have no thoughts on TJX. No thoughts. Feels like a really, really boring stock to trade. Coin is getting hit, man. So I'm losing money over there. Tesla's holding, which is nice. And now Netflix is picking up again, which is also nice. So the SPY, I don't know. I have some iffy feelings about today, team. I have some iffy feelings. What in the world is going on? Which way? It's just, we have to wait. There's nothing you can do right now, I would say, besides wait. Calls are flat. Puts are picking up a little bit. You can see this with the delta dropping. I'm just very confused because price is continuing to show strength, and yet the delta is dropping. I don't get it. Something's up. One of the sides is going to get rugged. I don't know which side. It's either the bears in the options market are about to get rugged or the bulls in the actual equities market are about to get rugged. But someone's getting rugged here. Someone is 100% getting rugged. What's your thoughts on TBLT? Pretty low float. I don't think low float is necessarily a positive thing. I remember TBLT a while ago. People were trying to like pitch it as like the next thing that's going to squeeze, but I don't get why. No one really talks about it. For something to successfully squeeze, like you have to have a pretty large following. All right. All right. What do I want to do? I need to be smart here and think about how I'm going to handle this. I need to be smart. I need to be smart. How do I do this? Oh, patience. Probably patience. I feel like when it comes down to it, generally, if you just take a beat, take a breather, that tends to be the smart move. It's just which way is this going to rip? Do we have any bids coming in whatsoever? Okay, I definitely don't need this, and I don't need this. Ah, man, I'm just getting so freaked out because, yes, I'm there with you. I see price picking up on the spine of the Qs. I get it. But then why in the world is this just getting so hit? Why is the options market selling calls and buying puts? I need some sort of confirmation that we're actually turning. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm trying to look for some other breakdowns here, and it just doesn't make sense to me. It's a weird day, team. Puts are finally getting close. All right. Are the puts? Here we go. This might be the start of it. So right here in the bottom right of the screen, you can see puts are getting closed out. Puts are starting to pick up. They're getting closed out while calls are being purchased. All right. That's what we want to see. This might be the bottom. Right here, 9:59, the old 10 a.m. razzle dazzle. Are we going to get the follow through? So to get the follow through, I just want to clarify that it would require a true change of trend. The 5-minute, the 10-minute, and the 30-minute are all red. The trend is bearish. The 5-minute, the 10-minute, and the 30-minute on the NASDAQ would require a change of trend, all bearish. So definitely something to consider. Definitely something to consider. All right, so I have that. So new Apex copier, lead account would be 44, 42, 48, and 49. 1, 2, 3, 4. 44, 42, 48, and 49. 48. All right, I just want to make sure I have this all set up for when I need to get going here.
Order submitted.
How bad of risk is this?
Order filled. Target filled. Order submitted. Order submitted.
All right, things are going a little bit crazy right now. Things are going a little bit crazy there, Tonto. We got things popping off again. We got some breakouts on our hand. Damn. All right. Calm, cool, collected. 10. All right. There we go. Like I said, the thing we were waiting for, and this is why everyone should be on Spot Gamma, was this exact moment right here, just coming into 10 a.m. Right here, this dip in price and the clear
Target
reversal in options was exactly what we were looking for. And bada bing, bada boom, we get that beautiful follow through. That beautiful follow through. All right. All right. Now let's see. All right. I need to set up an alert just in case I get absolutely screwed here because I need this to keep going. I also want an alert up here.
Target filled.
Target filled. You and me both, brother. You and me both.
Target filled.
What is happening? All right, we're back into our greenways, and it looks like some other random things are still very much alive. Nope. I guess I needed a bigger push. Come on, just keep going. I want to see all this green. Let's go green. Let's go green. Let's go green. Green team, green team, green team. More green, more green. Blow to the upside. Hi ho silver, 225. Why is this? Where's 225? All right, I need it to 26. Which one was I actively trading? 244. I think this is the one I'm actively going a little bit manual, going a little bit rogue on the system, if you will. A little bit rogue on any smart, intellectual way to handle the market at the moment. Okay, coin finally catching a bid. Tesla, like I said, I want it to get above 180. 180 is my line in the sand of where I become all of a sudden very confident in my Tesla play. I'm already swing trading Tesla. The Discord knows about that. Why is this not working? Right there. I just want this. I want Tesla to break out and rip. Coin catching a little bit of a bid. Maybe not necessarily a trend reversal quite yet, but I would love to see some follow through. Just to see if, right here, like I said, this was potentially just a little bit of a reversionary bounce, not a true trend reversal. Come on, coin. Come on, coin. You could do it. Nope. Apparently it can't. As soon as it shows a little bit of life, it was just getting smoked. Uh-oh. Even the Qs are coming back down. No. Is this just going to be a chop BS day? I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how I feel about this. Options picked up and kind of stalled out. You see how it ripped here till about 10:03. There was about 3 minutes of extreme bullishness in the options market, and now we just went flat. So not really bullish, but not bearish, but like lack of movement, and you could see it perfectly. Do you want to know why price stalled out? Well, because options stalled out. You could see this huge pop, 3 minutes long, lasted 180 seconds, and then it just went chop, chop, chop. So now the name of the game is to wait to see which way this breaks, to see if people...
Order canceled.
Canceled?
Order filled.
Uh-oh. What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? All right. What does that mean? Come on, brother. Fight this back. Fight the good fight. Let's see this pump. Let's go, Bulls. Let's go, Bulls. All right, let's hope that this doesn't happen again. What I'm worried about is that we're just bouncing up into this EMA cloud and getting rejected. You can see on the NASDAQ, we came right up here to the top of its EMA cloud, and it's really battling. So for this to actually happen, we're talking about a true trend reversal, like a legitimate trend reversal. Bearish, bearish, bearish. I currently have on bullish positions as in betting on that trend reversal. Typically not such good odds. The SPY is showing a little bit more strength, but the same thing. It's looking for a trend reversal. The 5, the 10, and the 30 are all red. This would require a legitimate trend reversal to successfully be pulled off. Come on. Come on. We could do it. We could do it. Let's go, Bulls. Let's go. Okay, question for all of you. Any Fed talks today? Multiple. It was already one at 9 a.m. There's another one midday, and then there's some after the market closes. So we have, I think, 5 different speakers, but 3 of them are speaking together on a panel. That's the one late this evening. So there's another singular Fed speaker today. What was that cartoon sound? That was one of the accounts getting disconnected on my Apex copier. So it makes that weird when one of them gets disconnected, and it shows like a red icon instead of a green one. All right. Well, we're waiting for this to decide what it wants to do. Basically, if it wants to actually give me money today or not. Man, I would love to go back. Ooh, well, some of these are getting back green. Some of these are getting back green. Well, anyway, while we're waiting for that, I want to give you the skinny on the situation of why Bitcoin is ripping and why Solana is ripping. And it's all really because of Ethereum, currently trading just below 3,800. So this was yesterday, and there's some interesting updates on it this morning. U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, on Monday, yesterday, asked the NASDAQ and the CBOE to tweak spot Ether ETF filings. So as I alluded to at the start of the show, there is some legitimate regulatory movement in terms of the way we got a spot Bitcoin ETF
Target
in
filled.
January. It does look like we're going to be getting an ETH one on the news. ETH ripping, Coinbase ripping, every just crypto related thing is just absolutely popping. Right here, breaking: crypto markets have officially added 500 billion. That's billion with a B of market cap since May 1st. Bitcoin is now up 22% this month alone and just 5% away from making a new all-time high. This comes as markets are expecting an Ethereum, an ETH ETF approval. Ethereum is now up 31% over the last week and just 3% away from breaking the 2024 high. Crypto has proven its resilience once again. Now, let me go to Coin market cap. This is what I wanted. Coin market cap. Why is it not in accept cookies? So we're 2.6 trillion is the total value. 2.6 trillion is the total value of crypto. Bitcoin clocking in at 1.4 trillion of that. ETH clocking in at 455 billion. Tether 111 billion. Binance 91 billion. Solana 80 billion. So these are the top five: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, Solana, USDC. Ripple's actually 7. Doge is 8. What in the world is this? What's TO Toncoin? Cardano's 10. Avalanche. Ooh, it's been a minute since I realized how much of this leaderboard was kind of shaken up. But anyway, that's the big news on crypto. This isn't just like a price follow through excitement thing. This is a legitimate, like, it makes sense of what's going on right now. So some exciting times if you've been just degenerately, I guess, ripping it with your crypto. Hey, congrats. I hope you continue to make buttloads of money. I am looking intraday. Obviously, I know coin's up quite a bit between the start of yesterday and now. But intraday, I would love for coin to push 230 again. I'd love for Tesla to push 180. I would love for the Qs to actually tag their close from yesterday, 454.92. The SPY is getting very close. The SPY was almost at it. The closing value on the SPY yesterday was 530.02. Ran up to that, took a little bit of a hit, and now all of a sudden the Qs are dragging some things down. The SPY pushing that red-green movement while the Qs are down a bit more. They're down about $1.30. So the tech sector a bit weaker this morning on a relative basis to the overall market, but let's see. Like I said, I'm a bit worried about if this trend reversal. See how it's battling it out? See how the SPY vomited and came right back up, and now it's trying to decide what it wants to do. You're seeing that on the 5-minute, the 10-minute, and the 30-minute. A vomit and a bounce back up. So still a bearish trend, but it's on the verge of a decision. It's either going to get smacked here and we're going to continue to vomit, or we're actually going to break through. Same thing on the NASDAQ. See how we vomited and pushed right back up into the cloud? Classic mean reversion trade. When it comes to the question of are we going to break out or not, the very direct answer is no one knows. When you come to these levels of support and resistance, all you can do is say, oh, I should pay attention and try to figure out, okay, like, does it appear that we're actually breaking out or getting rejected? When you come to these very key levels, pivotal levels, I've never, ever come across a model that is highly accurate of, oh, yes, it will break, or, oh, yes, it will break down. Break out, break down. It's more of we're at a key level, pay attention. That is probably the best way I can articulate the mental framework of how you should be approaching this situation of, oh, it's just a time to pay attention. And that's what we have right now. Obviously, the SPY is a bit stronger. So if you're trying to be arbitrarily bullish today, obviously the SPY is a bit stronger. So I think it's smart to bet on that. Yes, the NASDAQ might follow suit. It's struggling right now. So I'm curious. And what I really care about is the 30-minute on both of these. If the 30-minute can start to push and actually close above the cloud on the SPY, and then especially the NASDAQ, because that's the one that's like lagging behind, that would make me much more, I guess, optimistic on the day, if that makes sense. Much more optimistic. Tesla not really doing anything. Coin not really doing anything. It's at a decision point. We got to wait. We got to wait. We got to wait. Don't rush anything. ETH is pushing. ETH is definitely pushing. Here's the SPY. Where's the daily? All right. So see how it's just kind of choppy mess. Decision time. I would not be full port in either direction at the moment. I would wait for a little bit more confidence. And if you want to check out the options market, here's the SPY right now. Just so you know, the spot gamma deal is going to be ending this week. Obviously, I'm going to give you more of the whole spiel on it tomorrow because we are doing the specialty offer with it. Well, we're doing the specialty stream, but let me find right here. It's in the description of the video, so you can find it, but I just want to let you know that there's only 3.5 days left to get 80% off. Normally this service that's on the screen right now showing you exactly what's happening in the options market, normally it's $250 a month, but you can lock in, you can get it right now for $49 for a month. So it's 80% off. You have 3 days and 13 hours. So if you want to know, if you want to have the knowledge of exactly what's happening in real time in the options market on ETFs, indices, equities, right here, it looks like we're about to break out again. And how do I know that? Because I see options about to go haywire. Options are going haywire. I'm seeing this uptick on the 0DT, on the all expiration. So that's just a little bit of how I would be using this in real time. But I just want to let you know there's 3 days left on that. And there's also on Apex only 2 days left. So Apex, you have 2 days left. And then Spot Gamma, you have 3 days left. 3 days, 2 days. What are we doing? All right, the Qs are picking up once again. Ooh, I'm back into the green. Oh, RIP. I lost one of the accounts, but that's okay. I still have 19, and hopefully I trade well enough to keep the said 19, and I could always trade the other one tomorrow. Come on, just break out. Rip to a new high. Rip to a new intraday high or an all-time high. I'm not going to complain about that. Come on. No, don't get smacked here. Show that you have some balls. Show that you have some balls. Oh, the 5-minute hasn't even crossed. So the 10-minute definitely hasn't crossed. Just some basic EMA analysis. Has the 3-minute crossed? The 3-minute did cross, but then it kind of got a little bit smoked there. Nope. Are we double topping on the day? Are we double topping? That's what I'm saying. Oop, coin's getting hit again. Folks, I'm telling you this right now. I feel highly confident. Patience. You have to wait on this one. On this one, when we're trending to the upside, and yet, are we going to get rejected here? Or are we actually going to turn the bearish cloud bullish? So this is the ES contract, the S&P 500 futures. So bearish, but we're battling to the upside. Will there be enough momentum follow through? Or is the 10-minute and the 30-minute going to get perfectly rejected? And then the NASDAQ, the same thing. The 5 minutes trying to get going, which should bring the 10-minute up, and the 30-minute and the 10-minute, same boat. It's just, are we going to get to the backside of these? So until then, I just... patience. Oh, we forgot to cover this. I forgot to cover it. I don't want to blame you guys on it. My apologies for trying to blame you. Crazy news with Trump's trial and Michael Cohen. I just want to share this quick clip with you.
I think the revelation, though, this morning about the theft of $30,000, which was doubled because they covered his taxes, so $60,000, it came out in a glancing, unclear way on direct. It came out like a bomb earlier today. I don't know how much they can do to fix that. It just, at a certain point, it is the fact Michael Cohen did steal this money. And what makes that really so important, Wolf, is it's not as if Michael Cohen was just stealing on the side. That'd be bad enough. The problem is he was stealing from the exact reimbursement at issue in this case. So the prosecution's core argument is Donald Trump knew what that $420,000 was all about. He was totally read in on it. Turns out Michael Cohen was stealing from him within that $420,000.
Does Michael Cohen's admission that he stole tens of thousands of dollars from the Trump organization potentially open him up to further criminal prosecution?
It's a great question. The answer is not anymore because the statute of limitations has run out. But it's a very fair question to ask. folks, of the jury,
Coin's
they
getting
gave him a free
smoked.
pass. He committed larceny. It's a higher degree of a felony than what Donald Trump is charged with, yet they gave Michael Cohen a free pass, even though he's now admitted that he stole what amounts to $60,000. It goes to his credibility. It goes to his relationship with the DA.
So that was kind of some bombshell stuff that came out yesterday that apparently Michael Cohen was stealing from Trump. And as that guy said, it's actually a bigger legal issue than what Trump is being charged with, but he's not going to get charged with it because of the statute of limitations, as in too much time has passed. So just kind of a crazy update there. Just wanted to share it with all of you. I know we're a bit following the narrative of what in the world is happening in this trial. So I just want to give you that quick update. Well, what did I just see here? What is this? Breaking. The median U.S. home sale price hits a new record of $433.5 thousand. That is a big buckaroo dollar sign to get a new house. Jesus. The median sale price increased 6.2% year over year due to the lack of new listings. On the other hand, the total number of houses available for sale sits at a 4-year high, but largely due to many homes being overpriced. Meanwhile, the median household income in the U.S. was $75,000 in 2023. This means that the median home price is now 6 times larger than the median household income. Wow. Look at what's been going on with homes. So that's crazy. Well, I feel bad for anyone trying to buy a home right now. That's a bit brutal. That's a bit brutal. Difference in fast food prices over a 5-year period. Medium French fries has gone up 134. A McChicken is up 200%. Give me liberty or give me death, but I don't want to pay that much more for a McChicken. I thought we had some basic freedoms here as an American. I didn't know we had the freedom to get completely gouged when we're just trying to go to Mickey D's. A beefy 5-layer burrito is up 118% at Taco Bell. And we have a 8 Chick-fil-A nugget. An 8 Chick-fil-A nuggets at Chick-fil-A is up 96%. So basically, Chick-fil-A has doubled, Taco Bell has more than doubled, and a McChicken is tripled. Now that's crazy. That's crazy, folks. Well, maybe it'll drive people to eat a little bit healthier. That's nuts. I just retweeted if you want to see it. I guess MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene, just bought a handful of stocks. AMD, Apple, Caterpillar, Charles Schwab, Kinder Morgan, and Southern Co. I don't know what those bottom two are, but something to know. Klaus Schwab has stepped down as the WEF chairman. If there was a villain of our day, it would be him, for sure. Dude, maybe the world is healing. Wendy's just added a 50-piece nugget to their menu. Maybe the world is healing. Maybe the world is. Are we missing anything else? Oh, we're going back up. We're going back up, brother. What else is moving? What's moving, folks? You tell me. Help me help you. NVIDIA's picking up a little bit. Tesla's still going. Maybe NVIDIA's up. All right. How are these going? There we go. Back in the green. Back in the green. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. You could do it, brother. You could do it. This account right here, that's down 1.9K, unfortunately blew out. So I lost one of my 20 accounts. I just hit the trailing threshold. Well, while we're waiting to see if anything does or doesn't blow out, as I alluded to at the very start of the stream, I'm very stoked today because via Apex is a SIM-to-funded service. So basically, you take a challenge, and then if you pass that challenge, they give you a funded account. If you do well on the funded account, the first $25,000 of profits are yours. And then after that, it's a 90-10 split with the company. And to take the test, it does cost a fee. Usually it's $167, but right now it's 90% off, which means you're going to spend about 17 buckaroos to take the test. You take the test, you get an approved account. On the approved account, you try to trade well. And that's exactly what I'm doing right here. So you can see PA. Those are all just the approved accounts. So I took the test on each individual account and traded well enough that I was able to actually request some money out. And late last night, early this morning, right here, May 20th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 8 of them were approved last night. 1 came in very early this morning. 9 different ones. Well, actually, my head's blocking this last one. I guess you're just going to have to believe me on it. But anyway, 9 approved. Which means 9 times 2,000, that's 18 grand. And then whenever you talk about big numbers like that, people like never want to believe you. So just to show you, on Apex, you can actually see people when they're requesting the money. So for example, if you search Matthew and on the first page, you're not going to find me. But if you go to the second page,
Target filled.
if you go to the second page, you're going to find me right here. May 20th, Matthew, New Jersey, USA, 2 grand. So that's 2 out of the 18. But you might be saying, hey, Matt, you told me that there was 8 additional ones. That's when you go to page 3, and then you come to this guy right here, this beautiful motherfucker, Matthew, 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 Matthew. 2K, 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 2K. So just to show you a little bit of proof, like, because a lot of people say, oh, you're lying. This is all bullshit. Yeah, I don't know. You know who else is crushing it? Juan right here, $700 on, it looks like 20 different accounts. It's always kind of interesting to see who's crushing it. Emma, I don't know who Emma in Illinois is, but she's been crushing it. And I did find something. Adolfo, pretty close to Adolf, he's been crushing it in Argentina. So I want to know what's going on there. The name's a little bit close. But I did see Edith. I wanted to give a shout out to Edith because Edith is crushing it. She's living big in Texas. 2K, 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 2K. I did see a bunch. Here we go. All right. So some group in Israel is murdering it right now. Avil, Israel, 2.7, 2.7, 2.7, 2.72. But then hang on, go to the next page. Israel, I found out where all of our money's going, team. Look at this. Israel's going nuts right now. This whole highlighted section is just Israel printing. So I guess they have better traders over there than here in the U.S. because they are making some serious dinero. Jessica is crushing it. Brian in Colorado. Brian making some quick tendies there. Henry's doing decent. It's fun to see him. So just wanted to share that with all of you and I guess show a little bit of proof. Speaking of proof, all right, I'm awkwardly still in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 positions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm awkwardly in 6 bullish positions on the NASDAQ. 3 of them I am manually trading because I had a really bad trade this morning. 247. All right, let's root this big guy. Along because if this one locks in, I should just have my manual positions left. And on the manual positions, if I could catch a nice big green day, I'm going to take it. I'm definitely going to take it. Let's go. Let's send this higher.
Target filled.
There we go. I like to hear that.
Target filled.
There we go. One more, brother. One more. Come on. You can do it. I just need to hit 31.25. You got it. What's going on in the market? SPY getting dangerously close to its closing value from yesterday, as I alluded to before. That is a phenomenal trade to take. Coin, I don't know what the hell Coin's doing, but I'm very quickly losing money on that, unfortunately, because it is downtrending all freaking day. Is Coin, how bad is it getting smacked? I mean, I can't cut it because it's still a nice uprange day. It's just, dude, not the follow through I wanted. I did want this follow through. I love the follow through on Netflix. Meta's not doing anything. GameStop is down. AMC is down. DJT is actually getting hit. Potential breakdown on DJT. RUM is looking good. Microsoft is looking beautiful. Apple's looking good. Amazon, danger zone, might be bouncing, might be breaking down. Worthwhile to pay attention to. Bonds aren't really doing anything. Texas Roadhouse not really doing anything. And Pan W already bouncing back just the way Nancy Pelosi wanted to see it. Just the way she wanted to see it. Okay. The SPY might
Order
be getting...
submitted.
What the fuck? Order submitted? By who? What the fuck? Hello? Oh. I don't know if I like this trade. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a fan of it chasing the high. I mean, I'm all right with these other positions up, like just basically digging myself out of the hole that I got into this morning. Only down about 150 on these now. But this new trade, 46, quite some balls, dude. Quite some balls you got there, brother. All right, I'm hearing some good noises, though. The 30-minute is trying to break out right here in the bottom left of your screen. This is what I want to see. For me to officially switch from bearish to bullish on the day, I want this in the bottom left for this to push and hold above the cloud. Same thing on the 5-minute, same thing on the 10-minute. I want it to push and hold, and then I'll switch my bias on the day from bearish to bullish. It could get rejected here. The 5-minute's a little bit more whippy. Obviously, it'll give you your signal first, but the 10-minute and the 30-minute are right in the danger zone. The 10-minute and the 30-minute are in the danger zone. So to kind of monitor this throughout the day, that's why I use spot
Target
gamma.
filled.
And it's picking up. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Stack it. Stack it. Stack it, brother. Stack it. Come on. Keep going. Come on. You can do it. Stack it. Keep going. Send it. Send it. Send it. We're right there. We're right there. Come on. Send it. I just need 38.50. And then I just have my 3 live positions. I want to be completely honest and forward with all of you. I did lose one of my accounts. It just hit the drawdown limit. It sucks. That's just going to be a part of trading sometimes. I still have the other 19. I would argue that some of these I could unload 44 because that's now to break even. But do I want to do that is the real question. But do I want to do that? Maybe I should handle these independently. Maybe I should handle these independently. 44, 42, 48. All right, we're throwing out some orders there because, like I said, I'm grabbing myself a shovel because I need to dig myself out of the hole that I got into this morning. I'm digging myself out. Come on. Just trying to scale out, take some risk off the table, see how things go. Options had a nice pop, a little bit of a breather over the past minute or two. And like I said, it all comes down to, at least in my opinion, are we pushing above the cloud? Are we going to hold above the cloud? Are we pushing above the cloud? Are we going to hold above the cloud? If the answer to that is yes, I would switch my bias. As we do push, because I don't know if it's going to be a success or not, I'm going to slowly but surely scale out of the current situation. Slowly but surely scale out of the current. There we go. Come on. We're right there.
Target filled.
There we go. That's what I like to see. Okay, so the only thing I have left are 3 live positions. I have 3 live positions that are all up about $600 and some change, being led by this guy right here.
Order filled.
Okay, and that just took some risk off the table. So instead of, wait a second. What was this one? Uh-oh, hang on. Okay, it did get out. So I was long 246 contracts across 3 accounts, 2, 2, and 2. And the first one unloaded 1 of each. So it has a runner. And the way I like to handle this when I have a runner is basically a free ride. Or I could just end the day right now. Well, why don't I just set up the free ride? And if it hits it, it hits it. That's a shame. But if it doesn't and it rips, I'm in good company. So I just want to make sure I'm...
Order submitted.
All right, so this was for 42. All right, let's go to 44.
Order submitted.
All right, I'm just putting in stop orders that are in the green, so no matter how it goes, I'm still going to be fine. And then 48, it should still be long too. Ooh, it was so close. So close to locking it in. Come on, just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. There we go. Just keep going. This is what it's like to dig yourself out of a hole, folks. You guys saw me down, down, down. And now I'm about to get out of this godforsaken hole. Come on. Just a push to 45. There we go. Come on. So close. How can you be this close and not hit it? 44.5. That's a bit of a bummer. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Come on, brother. Don't do this to me. No. No. How can... I was literally a tick away. A tick away, folks. How could this? How could this do this to me? That's personally offensive. If I'm being straight up with all of you, it is personally offensive that I could be within a tick and still mess it up. It is, like I said, a personal affront. Very much a personal affront. Come on. Come on. Just go. One more pop. Let's lock it in. And then I just have a runner. I can move the stop to right above break even and I'm good. And then if we have a big day, I have a big day. And then if it comes back, no harm, no foul. Dude, again? All right. Who's doing this?
Order filled.
Oh, there we go. All right, cool. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Look at this.
Order submitted.
All right. So I have a stop on all three of these accounts right now that are going. And actually, hang on. I might have to dump one of these a bit early because sometimes there's some weird math that goes on with Apex and you actually don't want to do too well.
Order submitted.
Okay. 44.
Order submitted.
All right. I'm putting in some orders to dump some stuff on these two. The ones that are up a bit more just because they're already now so green on the day. So this is what it's like. I mean, I was in a hole and now I'm getting out of that hole. Well, I definitely shouldn't let it cost me money. So let me move this up. 44, 42. So no matter what, those ones are green. The only one that's a little bit more suspect, if you will, is whatever the hell this account is, 48. 48. Let's set up a
Order
reach.
submitted.
We're setting up some reach targets, team. So yes, this one highlighted right here, it blew out. I lost one of my 20 accounts. The other ones, if I close out these two right now, we're good. And this other one is almost back to in the green territory. I'm basically just playing what I'm seeing in the options market. I'm seeing the SPY pop. I'm seeing the Qs pop. I am seeing coin do its thing. NVIDIA, 5 minute, 10 minute, 30 minute. 5 minute, 10 minute, 30 minute. Okay, we might be seeing an official trend reversal. We might be seeing an official trend reversal, folks. But how is it actually going to play out? Options popped and now taking a pretty serious breather. So if you're missing out on the day, this is probably what you actually want to see. Is you want to see it rip, come down, consolidate, take a breather, and then pick back up. And it's on that picking back up that you would want to get back in, because then you could risk the recent dip. You have a well-defined risk point, and then you just get to kind of let it rip from there. It is picking back up on the SPY. The Qs are still dipping though. A lot of people taking their Q profits. Look at this. Qs being locked in. Wow. And then puts being bought. So calls are being dumped and puts are being bought. So out of nowhere, the Qs just went in the very short term bearish. The SPY, slightly different story. The SPY has a different story. It did, and now people are already piling back up into it. So I like that we had 530 being hit here on the SPY. My target on the Qs is this level, the 454.92. It is the the closing value from yesterday. I was hoping that it would get hit on this particular push because then I could take my money. Ooh, Nvidia catching a nice bid. So congrats to anyone who got that. Tesla, would love for Tesla to push 180. It's currently at 178.40. Coin just getting hit on the day out of nowhere. Very much need coin to recover above 228, 230. Netflix having a bit of a breather. How are my pending orders going? We're having trouble loading this chart. Okay, so on Netflix, should I just dump this? It is an open range breakout. It's only up 68. Okay, maybe I need to scale out a little bit of Netflix. So maybe I'll put in a pending order at 1750. 2 of my 4. I'm in at 10. That's a 75% return. All right, scaling out a little bit there to see what happens. Tesla, less of a hole. Coin is now on the day costing me money, but I swung it from yesterday. So up 2.5. I very much need this to act a bit better. You can do it, buddy. You can do it. Coin. Come on, reverse, man. Why is coin getting hit so hard? Well, I could kind of show you. It's not much of a surprise when you realize that it's just been brutalized in the options market today. Look at this. Everyone's selling their calls. Puts didn't move at all. Look at the puts, the 2 blue lines completely flat. Everyone who had calls for this Friday's expiration and even deeper down were like, yo, I'm stoked with the money. And they just took all the money. So the green and the orange line dropping just literally shows you everyone was hitting the escape cord on the coin calls. Puts, they're not betting against it at all. The puts are flat. It's all just people are literally dumping their calls. They're like, yo, thanks for the money. And they moved on with their life. So a little bit of a bummer for me. Breaking, Iranian president asks manager of Paradise where all the virgins are and if it'd be possible to turn the heat down a tad. Oh, man. That's funny. All right. Old Tesla doing old Tesla things. Not much movement there. Are you guys seeing anything interesting right now that we should have eyes on? Are you guys seeing anything we should have eyes on? I'm just watching this thing ideally push, trying to get myself out of this hole. And the other 2 are fine. So these ones will be in the green. It's just a question of how much green. And then obviously I have a reach order all the way up here at 18,780. That's roughly the close from yesterday. And then I have a smaller reach target on the other 2. So let's see how this goes. Come on, just push it. Just push it and pop. Push it and pop. The old push and pop. Well, while we're waiting for this to decide if it wants to give me money or not, right, let me just double check over here. SPY's looking good. Coin getting hit again. Tesla potentially picking up. Netflix, did that get hit? Did my pending orders? Okay, the Netflix did get filled. So just to, I guess, be more transparent with all of you folks, history right here. Where was Netflix? Netflix. So I got 4 contracts at whatever 1035 each, and I just dumped 2 of them at 1750. So that's about a 75% return on half the position, and I'm still swinging the other half of the position. So I had 4, dumped 2, about a 75% return, just taking some of the risk off the table. So it was up about 3K, so that's why it's now down at 1.5. What I'm also babying is Tesla, which overall I'm down $1,000, but today I'm making some of it back. If Tesla can pop above 180, I'll feel confident in it. And then coin is just not trending my way today. I'm a bit surprised about it. Matt, are you still engaged? That's a weird question. Yeah, but like on the assumption that most people after being engaged become not engaged? Or are you asking if I actually got married? It's weird because no matter what you're asking it in a very, very strange way. It's either funny if you're asking it that way because then you're like, ha, 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 like now you're married. Because, yeah. But if it's on the assumption that you think most people end up not engaged, that's just weird. If you got married. Super strange way to ask that, man. Like a very, very, very weird way to ask that. All right, the 5 minute, the cloud's going green. The 10 minute, it's above the red cloud. So the red cloud is not green yet on the 10 minute on the NASDAQ, but we are above it. And the longer it stays above it, it'll start to go green. And then on the 30 minute, same situation. We have about 15 minutes till we have potentially the first close above the cloud. That's what I'll be looking for. The 5 minute on the SPY looking good. The 10 minute trying to go from red to green. The 30 minute still red, but once again, we have about 15 minutes until we know if we're going to close above the cloud or not. So I think we're going to have a little bit of just waiting right now, if I'm being 100% honest. Options dipping a little bit. Qs are dipping hard, dude. Do I need to pull the ripcord on this position? Look at this. This is dumping so hard on the NASDAQ. What are people doing with GME? They dumped it at 10:03. Dumped it. AMC, actually more bullish on AMC than GME, according to the options market. For me personally, I don't really care about either. Which way is this going to go? All right. Any fun bets? For those of you who don't know about Call Sheet, sign up for Call Sheet. If you use the link in the description, as soon as you deposit $100, you're going to get $20 of betting credit. So deposit $100, you don't even have to touch it. You could just use the $20 and bet on some things. I wanted to get your thoughts on this Rotten Tomatoes one. So for those of you who know movies better than I do, we're going to find out on May 27th. So I have about 6 days, for this new Mad Max movie.
Order filled.
Oh, my stop just got hit. Fuck. How do I want to hit? Oh, there was this one that was a bit more dangerous.
Order canceled.
44.
Order canceled.
All right, so I only have one live position. It's this guy right here. 48. Well, we're already bouncing back now. Oh, man. How do I want to do this? I could put it up to here, and that's 400 guaranteed. 400 guaranteed. How do I need to think of... It's always the accounts that are down the worst that you have to start reaching for. Or I could just take all the risk off the table right now and only be down 300 on the day, which 300 is pretty manageable. 300 is pretty manageable. Bull flag. Yeah, but bull flags aren't end all be all. Bull flags, bull pennants work about 60% of the time. They're slightly better than flipping a quarter. So I'm not going to be betting the account on that. I care a lot more about this. A little bit. Okay, so maybe I'll just use this recent dip as my risk. Maybe it's smartest to say, hey, let me know if we go below this. Maybe it's smartest to say that. What we're seeing, at least in my estimation, is the struggle here on the NASDAQ of does it want to stay above the cloud? The 30-minute barely above the cloud, the 10-minute barely above the cloud. So are we going to stay above all of these EMAs? For those of you asking what this is, they're literally just EMAs. They're just colorized EMAs where the region in between is colors. Like there's nothing special about. They're literally just exponential moving averages. So we all know about EMAs. There's nothing special about this indicator. It's literally just colorized EMAs. And I find that the color is just helpful because it kind of just quickly tells you like, okay, bullish, bearish, that type of a thing, rather than just seeing above or below. I think the visuals of it helps just with like a really speedy look. Be like, oh, okay, it's a time thing. Quick time thing. Okay, anyway, do we have any movie fanatics in here? If for those of you who don't know about Kalshi, it's a CFTC regulated event betting app. If you deposit $100, you're going to get $20 of credit. If for that to happen, you have to use the link in the description of the video. You can bet on a ton of things. Right now, I'm looking at the Rotten Tomato score for Furiosa, and the question is above 80, above 82, above 85. You could take the yes on that. You could take the no on that. You could kind of do whatever you want. The way this works is whatever price you see, that's the cost. If you are right on your prediction, you get the leftover value to $1. So for example, this is trading at 88. So it would cost you 88 cents and then you would win 12. You get the leftover to the dollar, and then your risk is whatever you paid for going to zero. So right here, this 88 one, that is basically saying there's an 87, 88% chance of this happening, and that's why it's your risk. If you are right, you get the leftover. If you're wrong, you lose the initial value. And that's just for one contract. You can buy as many contracts as you want. So if you want to bet 88 cents on it, you can. If you want to bet much more, you can also do that. This is just like the base unit value. And then obviously as the score goes up, it becomes statistically less likely. So that's why it costs less. It's because it's higher risk. So the higher risk, the higher the reward. And that is obviously always going to be associated with lower odds. So my question to all of you is, do you guys think this is crazy? I was thinking about taking above 80 and below 80, because you could take the yes to that question or to the no. You could take either side of it. So is it crazy to say above 80 and then maybe below 85? Would that work? 100K on above. All right, so I'll take the above 80. So if I do 100 contracts, that would cost me $88. Okay, we'll do that one. Done. So I got the 100 above 80. But then should we take a below one? Like, do you think below 85? Like, do you think we should almost like condor it in a weird way? Do we think that's a wild idea or a piss poor idea? Uh-oh. SPY's showing a little bit of rockiness. Below 87. Maybe I take below 87. They're saying there's only 9% chance of it being above 87. Below 85. So just playing this super tight range between 80 and 85. All right, we'll do it. Win in Rome. So I'm taking the yes to above 80 and the no to above 85. And we'll take this one for 71 cents. Done. So we just kind of bracketed it. So, I mean, obviously one's going to win, but it would be nice to actually win on both if we get it perfectly in the middle here. Once again, this is all call sheet. Like, you could bet on a ton of things. What's actually biggest movers? Hellblade 2 Metacritic score. Kinds of Kindness, a Rotten Tomato score. Furiosa, this is the current trending one. Net neutrality reimposed before June. What else do we have? NASA lands on the moon. That's a trending one. You could do Biden's 538. Like, you could bet on politics, movies, the market. Sometimes I just looked at the S&P 500, and this is going to be the closing value above or below 5,300. Should I actually take that bet? Do I think this is going to hold? I could take that bet. The bet we took on the SPY yesterday actually worked. Yes. Let's do another 100 here. So I'm betting on the S&P 500 being above 5,300. And do I just want to wait? Maybe I wait for a breather to get a better fill, or maybe I just let it rip and forget about it. But I like that this is pushing bullish. I like this is pushing bullish. I like it. And I guess I could always cut it if we start to break back down. Is this going to be the best fill I can get on the day? So the market is saying there's a 85% chance we're above 5,300. Do I like it? Do I like it? Do I like it? Yeah, let's fire it off. Okay, so my current bets are this. Furiosa, Rotten Tomato score, above 80 and below 85. How many Trump-Biden debates this year? I'm saying above 0. So at least one, but how potentially more. Fed rate cut by July. I'm saying no to that. S&P 500 closed for the day above 5,300. And Deadpool and Wolverine Rotten Tomato score, I'm saying above 84. Those are all my current bets. Current bets, current bets, current bets. And other than that, the SPY's kind of stalled out. The Qs have stalled out. I would assume it's because options stalled out. Look at that. Options have stalled out. That's for the SPY. And for the Qs, they've also stalled out too ever since 10:45. So 10:45 till now, Q options are doing nothing. And then if you look at the SPY, pretty much the same period. From 10:45 till now, it's just the price is going sideways, and the options market agrees with that. We're not seeing much movement there. All right. Well, while we're waiting for something more exciting to potentially happen in the market, the SPY taking a bit of a hit. I do appreciate that you guys sent in some reacts. Oh, nope. I put it on the wrong screen. Hang on.
Independent for sure.
Hang on. Everyone hold your horses. Okay. What are we doing? I just heard. Not much is really happening. We just got to wait. Patience. Intraday, the bulls are winning. The question is, are they going to win enough to convert it? The 5-minute has gone from bearish to bullish. The 10-minute is in the middle of going from bearish to bullish. The 30-minute has some work to be done. On the NASDAQ, the 5-minute has gone from bearish to bullish. The 10-minute's working on it, and the 30-minute has some work to be done. The daily chart on the SPY, sideways grind, very indecisive. Doesn't know if it wants to keep going up, doesn't want to know. I would say we're going to be in this awkward holding pattern probably till we hear from NVIDIA. If you look at the Qs, similar situation. We popped, awkward holding pattern, a little bit up, a little bit down, a little bit up. Now just an inside day. So I wouldn't be doing anything too crazy at the moment till I'm a bit more confident. Do I need to cut this other position? Or do I want to wait? Do I want to take the money while the money taken is good? How do I want to handle this? I don't necessarily want to give up. I have such a good fill. Here, let's go back to the options market. Options are dipping on the SPY. Options are flat on the Qs. There's also a hedge wall at 454. Oh, brother. How do I want to do this? Netflix is picking up. That's good for me. Coin's going down. That's not so good for me. Do I just want to take my coin money, or do I want to let it cook for a couple more days? Okay. We got to make some real-time game time decisions. Real-time game time decisions. What do I want to do? I did unload some of the Netflix. Maybe that was dude, I'm up $2,000. Should I just take the $2,000 off the table and just reevaluate this? I could just trash these, confirm cancellation. Because I could always get back in. It's just, it's just bleeding on me. It's absolutely bleeding on me. Do I just want to take the 2K? It's only given back 800. It hasn't even given back half. It's holding. It's just like knowing my luck. And now it looks like shit. It looks like shit. Dude, no one's buying calls on it. Everyone is just, but we're also at a call wall. So this might be support, 222.5. So that's, like, this might be okay, if it goes a little bit lower, I'm going to have to take my money. There's no way around that. I'll just have to. I need to take the 2K. 2K a day keeps the doctor away. The Qs are popping again. Do I just want to use this as my... All right, I'm moving my stop up now that we're bouncing on this final. I only have one position live right now. It's up $600, but I already lost $770, so it's down in net 150-ish. I have a reach target all the way up here. A reach target. Oh, man. How do I want to play today? Dude, coin. I have 5. Do I just want to dump this? Come on, coin. My worry is that I'm going to get out and it's just going to rip. But my bigger worry should be if it drops. And I guess on that note, I should be more concerned with my downside. So let's just see if I could get out. I'm attempting to dump the whole thing. Fuck. It just did not break my way today. And I'm not going to sit here and complain. If it gets locked in and I made 2K, it's still up 2K. It's just more, not frustration at the money. It's frustration that I probably could have handled the situation better. It's just not in a million years did I expect it to just drop all day. I just didn't expect it. At least the Netflix one is cooking, dude. The Netflix one is cooking. This is up now 75%. It's actually even higher, 1830. Let's jump one of these at 20. Submit order, and then let's do another one at 2250. And then that will be that full position. I just want the orders in there just in case something happens when I'm not paying attention. And Tesla still kind of babying this position. I made $500 back, but still down $1,000. So I very much need Tesla just to rip. Come on. All right. Well, Netflix is looking good, so I'm feeling optimistic about that. The Qs are coming back, as you guys just saw. I'm trying to be a little bit less stupid about this stop. So I moved it up to 35 just in case it gets double topped and rejected hard. But if it breaks out and rips, okay, cool. It breaks out and rips. Good for me. All right. Well, let's see what you guys sent in. Come on. Let me out of this coin position. It's just pending. Coin. I'm trying to sell it at 12. The bid and ask is, the last one was 11.65. I'm in at like 8 or something like that. Okay, I should have just got hit. Okay, the coin locked in. I dumped half of the Netflix with pending orders for the other two, and I just dumped the coin. So in the point of transparency, so coin right here on the screen, I got out at 12 each, and here is my entry, 820. So I made about 50%. So 50% on that, about 75% on Netflix. Not bad for a single day. Not bad. And then obviously I'm still in some Netflix. I'm still in some Tesla. So we're going to see how that goes. But I don't need that at the moment. Is the SPY picking up a little bit? Ooh, the Qs. Like I said, my target was yesterday's close, which is exactly what we're going for right now. Easy peasy. This little bounce right here is what saved me on coin. But knowing my luck, it's just going to keep going. But hey, it is what it is. Made money. All right, what do we have here?
Democrat or Republican?
I'll say independent for sure.
You think other people could guess that?
Probably, yeah. I would say so.
Do you think that this guy is a Democrat or a Republican?
Probably a Democrat.
Why?
Well, he's walking a dog, and then he's also a minority.
Are you a Democrat or a Republican?
Biden.
Do you think that other people could guess that?
Yeah.
Why? Do you think that this guy is a Democrat or a Republican?
Democrat. He just looked like it, bro. You could tell, bro. Look at his glasses, bro, and the way he dressed. Like, look at his shirt. You could just tell he on the spectrum. You feel me?
Democrat or
on
Republican?
The spectrum.
Support the country you live in, or go live in the country that you support. There's nothing that's more true than this statement. As an immigrant, I find it ridiculous to see the amount of American people hating on their own country. But worse than this is the fact that they refuse to leave, and they also hate it, but they take advantage of everything that America has to offer them. It's easy to complain about
Pretty
capitalism
based.
when you have a supermarket available every mile around you where you can go and buy food, and you don't have to stand hours and hours in line for a piece of bread or a bucket of water, like it is in so many countries where socialism is in place. And if the United States has been falling in the last years, it is because of people like you who support a government that lies straight to your face, a government that creates this fake narrative that everyone is equal while destroying prosperity.
Pretty base take. People should really see how the media in the U.S. falls at the feet of power. Biden lies straight up, claims inflation was 9% when he came to office. No, it was 1.4% in January of 21. In fact, it was Biden who increased inflation to 9% in June of 22, but CNN doesn't dare correct him. Well, of course, the media loves Biden.
The reason why people feel good about it not being as strong as it was before is they believe that the Fed's going to respond.
They hope they're going to get a rate cut.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, no president's had the run we've had in terms of creating jobs and bringing down inflation. It was 9% when I came to office. 9%. But look, people have a right to be concerned. Ordinary people.
Maybe he didn't mentally come to office until June of 22, so maybe he's not wrong.
Fee for bouncing the check might change that. You can't charge more reasons why people feel.
And it's the bounce check fee that is going to beat inflation. Who did this? I think it's more funny by the guy laughing. Brazil. Dude, these faces. The problem with inflation is that the Trump and Biden have printed money like they were Adam Aaron printing AMC shares. You're not wrong. Definitely not wrong. Joe farts so loud that the Georgia Democrat meet up and everyone started laughing at him. He turned around confused, so he salutes them. What a national embarrassment. No. Someone opened the door. This is the issue with the government, or I guess social media commenting on the government. That's not a fart. That's a door. They're all looking at him, and then he salutes whoever came through the door. That's so dumb. That's so idiotic that people, like, it. There's enough legitimate things to talk about that you don't have to just start, like, making up shit. That's so silly.
The whole block, a guy driving a truck knocked down a whole bridge and the whole block, 4 lanes of the highway.
What?
Consecrated. The whole.
Pretty good one. Earlier this month, Fresh Del Monte Produce announced a new hybrid fruit available in the U.S. at a jaw-dropping price of $400. Now they're sold out in California. A $400 pineapple? I don't know about that. I mean, I'm a fan of pineapples, but even I'll admit that's a little ridiculous. That's a little bit ridiculous there, brother. Potentially double top, potentially. Ooh, good thing I got out of coin. I guess I made the right decision. Hey, Mom, I for once in my life made the right decision. I'd feel better about that if Netflix and Tesla get going here. Oh well, folks. Hang on. All right, that's actually pretty much what I have for you. Join the Discord. It is free to sign up if you use the code Goonie. My mods will drop it in chat right now. I'm going to go hang out with them for the remainder of the day, and that's where you can get my trades, the Piper signal, everyone else's trades, private lectures, really cool stuff, some trading competitions. Join up with it at mattquarters.locals.com. It's in the description of the video. Just make sure that code Goonie is applied. That's how you get it for free. That's what I have for you. We're going to be posting some content later on today and then streaming once again tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. bright and early. Shout out to Meta PCs and PDS Debt. Obviously, if you need anything related to computing, your your computer, your laptop, your monitor, your mouse, your keyboard, Meta PCs, keep it in mind. It's a phenomenal company. They do have financing options. And then as we talked about the serious nature of currently what's debt and delinquencies and all of that, if you're personally battling with debt in your own life, check out pdsdebt.com. Obviously, it's all in the description of the video. It's pinned to the top of chat, all that stuff. 30 seconds of your life, and you could get a free quote to see if they can consolidate your payments to one low monthly payment. That's what I have for you right now. I appreciate all the good vibes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you crush it in the market for the remainder of today, and I will catch you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., bright and early. Hope to see you there. Peace.